Hello there. So, what do we have here today? We have In the End, Everything is a Carbon Chain by Vitor Gonçalves. By far, yet again, one of my favorite pieces. Let's get to it. So, Vitor Gonçalves, he is a Brazilian artist who has been in Europe for many years already. His background is in geography and philosophy. He specialized in drawing at one of the most important fine art institutions named Arco. And his trajectory really comes together in his works like a flying arrow, really. So I'm gonna get straight to it. Basically, formally speaking, his main medium and his investigation is drawing. So you would look at this piece and say, this isn't drawing. Well, that's contemporary art for you. Slap in the face. It is indeed drawing. It is an iteration of drawing. It's an extension of drawing. And in this case, very literally, it is a root covered in graphite. So what happens here is an inverted drawing. So the paper ends up scratching the graphite as opposed to a drawing when the graphite is intentionally drawing on the paper. And this idea of an inverted drawing is core to his investigation, conceptually speaking, because it puts us in this state of fragility. What do I mean by that? When you invert something, in this case, the drawing, the visceras are out, right? The guts are out. So everything becomes more fragile. If you just look at this piece, you feel like the paper is gonna fall. It has this aesthetic sense of fragility. It will dismantle in any moment. And all of his works, not only this series, have that element of fragility. And the way that the fragility is sustained in his artwork really, in the end, is instigating a provocation. Vitor has a strong sense of critique, and he stimulates through his work a critique to the utilitarianism of the desires to instrumentalize art. What does that mean? So historically speaking, art has always been around to elevate consciousness in some way, to stimulate reflection. And nowadays, art is entertaining, right? Art is serving a purpose, such as everything. We are living in a capitalist, techno-industrial time where, what can I say? Everything has to have a purpose, a price, an objective, a function, a utility. And it's very daunting. So historically speaking, art used to always be in that space of awe, of reflection, of open-endedness, where you're able to stay in the periphery, where you're able to see the margin, which is so important. And nowadays, art is, and everything else, is making us always converge. Of course, there's a plus to that, but it saturates and it gets to a point where it's no longer productive. And we all know we're kind of there. So Vitor's work as a whole in this piece is very emblematic to that, is a critique to that. So that's Vitor Gonçalves for you.